Hey, Colleen here, and I want to share with you some things about our picture books. We have so many picture books that deal with different people, different cultures, and different situations. And the pictures in there are beautifully illustrated, and they really combine with the words and the shapes and the forms and the lines in the book so that they work together. They are meant to be read aloud with your child or read together. And what's nice about that is it sparks conversation between your child and it builds story comprehension. It also provides children with exposure to rich language and it creates a human connection. So our picture books, I just love them. Now we have several picture books that you can get a plush character to go along with it. It is a separate price purchase, but they just really enhance it more. My favorite character is Nibbles. He is a book monster and he loves nibbling on books. And so what's fun about Nibbles is he actually goes into stories that have already been written and he changes the story a bit. So one of the books he goes into is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and you'll see she's trying the porridge, she's making evaluations about the porridge, and then all of a sudden she sees Monster and she sees Nibbles, which is so much fun. Well, he bites his way through the book and he goes into another book, Little Red Riding Hood. Same thing, he alters the story a bit and then he goes into Jack and the Beanstalk. What's fun at the end of the book is that we catch Nibbles. It's a great thing for your kid to be a little interactive with our book. And then we hear him nibbling, nibbling, nibbling. We open it up and look at, he's escaped. So Nibbles is my ultimate favorite. Another one that comes with a plush, we have so many, but another one is Cordelia, and I love her because of her little red hair. And you can get some of our picture books you can get in hardback and paperback. This one in particular comes in both, and this is the paperback version. And she is a girl who just loves herself. She just confident and she can fly. And what's interesting though is that people start questioning her ability to fly and her ability to do that. And then she thinks, oh my goodness, can I not do that? And so life becomes gray and there's no color and there's all of that. And then her sadness becomes anger and she's mad at letting people change her. And so she gets that confidence back and she flies again and the color returns. So those are some great picture books. We also have Jonathan James and the What If Monster, and he comes with a plush and he just worries, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? But then at the end he thinks, well, what if something great happens? And what if something else great happens? And so that's a really good story to help your kid through some fears. Cuddle Bear is a great story. And a portion of it goes to pediatric cancer research. And he's just a comforting bear who gives hugs and really is there for the other animals when they're sad or lonely or scared. And so Cuddle Bear is fun. We have some wonderful classic picture books, such as Anne of Green Gables, and you're going to see that some of our picture books have this like squishy cover, which is really fun, and beautiful hardcover book, and it gives you this classic story in a smaller abridged version for a kid to understand. And I just love the illustrations, and we all know and love Anne, and it just really brings that classic to life for younger kids. Some of my favorite too are these ones that are a little bit sturdier, like Animal-y and American-ly and Dirty Dinosaur. And you're going to notice that the pages are a thicker paper, which is fun. And this one is fun because it has a lot of adverbs. I love you busily like a bee. I love you doggedly like a flea. And it just really is a wonderful story to read with the children. And that one is Animal-y. One of my favorite books, I have a lot of favorites. One of my favorite is The Tale of Two Beasts. And I really like this one because it gives the perspective from both characters. So it starts off with this girl. She's walking home from Grandma's house. And then she sees this creature, and so she decides to rescue him. She takes him home and she gives him a warm box and she takes him on walks and she introduces him to his friends, and he just wants he wants to leave, and she doesn't understand that. And So it's just interesting. And then when you go to the next page, he returns and they turn out that they're friends and stuff. But what's great is if you go to the Tale of Two Beasts, you go to the next part of the book and it's the perspective from the terrible beast. So he's just hanging around his tree and then he was ambushed. And she tied me up. She made me eat squirrel food. She kept me in a tiny box. And she showed me off to all her herd of wilder beasts who were just as terrible as she was. And it's just so funny because you see his perspective on the whole thing. Again, he's excited, he's free, but he realizes that he the terrible beast, was waiting for her. She seemed quite pleased to see me, and she wasn't terrible at all. So it really delves you into that different perspective. Now, there's so many picture books, but the last one I want to feature is our Shine-A-Light books. I just love these. They come in all different themes, and they are nonfiction, which is so much fun. What's neat about is we like to read them in the dark with a flashlight, but you don't have to. And so it'll have a little bit about the story, and then it'll ask the question. A new person is waiting to be born. Can you see her? So you take your flashlight and you shine, and look at, there's a baby. So much fun. You turn the page, it's going to show that image, and it's going to give a little bit more about it. So those are just so much fun, our Shine-A-Light books, and this is the human body one. Anyway, those are our picture books, and if you have any questions, let me know.